Hey. Hi everybody, this is Mrs. K. I'm just wanting to walk you through the teacher side of SimClass 101. As you know, this SimClass 101 movie is up on YouTube for you to download and use, but before you do that, there's just some information that you as teachers need to know what's happening and what they're doing. They're going to be going to the Sim3 website, which is an exchange that's got downloadable user content that you can use. And it's got over 700 different options, which is kind of fun for them to go through and find one. But once they find one, they're going to be copying this website URL and sending it to you. And your screen will look something like this when you're put it into your web browser. So the idea is that we need to print these pictures so that the students can have them up on their section of the bulletin board. And the easiest way to do that is just to right-click and save image as. All right, you're going to save that image wherever you want to do it. If you're really smart, you'll make a SimClass file that's just for pictures, so you don't have them spread all over your computer and all in your documents and pictures and everywhere. And I would suggest putting the student's name in here, just because then you have an understanding of whose picture goes where. So save that, and I actually would recommend sending them to Walmart to print. I think they're like, I don't know, 10-15 cents a piece to print his pictures, and save you some toner on your school computer or school printer. The next step, which is a little more involved, is your Google Drive form that you need to create. It's very simple to do. If you have a Gmail account already, just sign into your Gmail account and click on Drive at the top here. And it's going to bring you to your Google Docs section of Google. This is amazing. I love this stuff. They've done such a good job of it, and it's so easy to do. All we're going to do is click Create, and you can see there's a whole bunch of different options here of forms and stuff that you can make. We're going to choose form today. And of course now my computer's going to start being slow. There it goes. Okay, and up pops this nice little template chooser. So we're going to pick a template here. I'm just going to choose espresso, and you can choose whichever one you want. And click OK. And I forgot to put in the title in the last page, but the nice thing about Google is they think for us. So we're going to put in here the name of your form, and that's what I chose. You can do whatever you like with what name you give it. So the first question, just so when the information is sent to you, you know who it's from, is what is your name? Simple as that. It is not multiple choice. Hopefully they only have one name that you know of. And so they write their answer in there. This is a required question, so click that. They won't be able to submit it without answering these questions, and then you can click Done. And we're going to add another question. The next question is, which avatar have you chosen? And the help question just kind of gives them a little more information, so I just want them to copy the URL for your avatar and paste it below. Alright, so again, it's just a text question, but it is required. We want them to be able to fill that out before they can submit. And then we're going to add another question. What would you like your avatar to be named? Again, a text question, required answer. And the last question is, which 5 students in our class would you like to work with? Okay, so what this does is it gives you a list of 5 students that you know they would like to work with or have as, quotes, roommates for the duration of SimClass. I've chosen to do it for the year. That is entirely up to you if you're just doing it as a unit or for health or whatever you decide to do with it. But what this does is it takes out that element of everybody find a partner and one person's left feeling like nobody cares about them. So you do your best you can to get them with whoever they would like to be with, but again, it's, yeah, they know. Just, you can even write, I'll do the best I can. Okay, so put into paragraph text because they'll be putting in longer answers for this, and again, this is a required question. Now, as you can see, for each of these questions over here, if you find that you're not liking the way it's done, you can edit the way it's set up. You can duplicate that question and make 2 of them, or you can totally delete it. So once we're done, click Done. And at the bottom here, you've got a few different options. They show a link to submit another response. So if you want your students to be able to submit more than one response, do that. I would choose not to, because then you're going to end up with a very long spreadsheet full of information from 1 or 2 students. And that's not quite what we had in mind. Publish and show the link to the results of this form to all respondents. I chose to leave that blank because just when they're choosing partners, it's easier for them to have a little bit of anonymity. And so I've chosen to leave that blank. I am, however, going to click this, allow responders to edit responses after submitting. So if they submit it and they decide, no, that's not the one I wanted, I want to change the name of my avatar, I'd like to change my partners, whatever, put that in so that they have that option to do that. At the bottom here is a send form button. You can click on that and just have a look. This is your link that you'll need to get to your students so that they can find your form. And that's, you can use Edmodo, you can, I don't know, email it, print it on a piece of paper and give it to them, whatever you decide to do so that they can find your form and fill it out. So that's that. Once you've finished all of that, look it over, make sure it's what you want, and at the top here you can click on View Live Form. And what that does is it just kind of gives you an idea of what your students will be looking at. Looks very spiffy. So close that out, and there's one more thing you need to do with your Google form is you need to choose a response destination. So click on that, and you can leave it as new spreadsheet. Just put in here avatar, the same name that you gave your form. Put that in here. Avatar choices. And it puts responses there so you can see that it's the information you need. Okay, so click Create, and then it's setting up your spreadsheet there, as you can see. And once that's done, should take a minute, there we go. You can close out of here, and you will see here you've got 2, wait a second, oh, there it is, untitled form. Now this is what happens when you, remember that template form that I didn't put the title in at the top? That's going to affect how it shows up up there. But anyways, your stuff is there for you to use. Your avatar choices, responses, this is what I wanted to show you. This is what your responses will look like once they all show up. So you'll have the time that they submitted the responses, what was their name, and all of the information you need from them, all in one handy little form. Isn't that wonderful? They've done such a good job of it with Google, and I'm hoping that works for you. If you have any questions or if you're confused about anything, please don't hesitate to ask.